Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to the hashtag LockBoss show and giveaway. What is up? Welcome back to LockBoss season 4.1. So super excited to be with you today. And of course, we're going to be going over some products. We're going to be giving away actually a bunch of different prizes. So hang tight with that. And all in all, just really happy to be here with you. Now, of course, first and foremost, I'm going to be drinking a Topo Chico, and I just want to say cheers to all of you out there drinking a Topo or your favorite beverage of choice. So, cheers. Oh man, excellent. So, I tell you what, as you can see, I've been, I guess from what you can see, it doesn't look like a ton of extra work on the studio, but I've been filling up all of those toolbox, all the different drawers in the toolbox. And I actually have the old toolbox sitting right over there that I'm about halfway done. Hopefully by the end of this week, I'll get it done. Then I'll start working on really kind of getting it all worked out. And then of course I got to get the new sign up, which is going to be a minute, but anyways, real excited to be here and have some fun with you. But remember, if you want more where that came from, go ahead and check on this link right here. This is the link to Discord, to the LockBoss after party. Remember, if you're watching, you are welcome. So go ahead, head on over to Jimmy J, our friend Jimmy J, the Iowa Lock Docs Discord. Great, awesome, helpful, kind comments going on over there. And if you have questions, you want to learn more, you want to talk about, I don't know, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, that can be the place that you can do it. And then, of course, we'll be hopping on I'll be hopping on the after party myself here after a little bit. So, yeah, we got that going on. Looking forward to hanging out with you all here in a little while. Now, of course, with LockBoss Season 4, we're going to go ahead and head right into it, go over a few things, of course, give some stuff away. So if you are watching live with us right now, you are in for a treat even as we go along. So make sure you stick around the end, not only to see if you're going to win, but a couple extra ways to win. All right, let's do it. Let me go ahead and pop open the slide here. All right, so check this out from our friend Paul G. Says, thank you so much to everyone at CLK Supplies. My package came in the mail, and it was a wonderful surprise to see all the great swag and the card from you all. The Alice tension tool was already in my gear pouch, so I missed it in the picture. Well, hey, Paul, first of all, thank you for being a part of the LockBoss community, hanging out with us. But of course, also, I'm glad you like Alice's tension tool. She keeps asking me about them. And I think we have like one or two things left, 2 of them left or something like that. So pretty cool. All right, let's get on to what's going on in Season 4. I'm going to be going over this every week for a while just to make sure we're all on the same page on how it works. Each week equals a new episode. Like today is 4.1. Drop the hashtag LockBoss in the chat during this live show to enter. Winners picked live at the end using the hashtag picker. Every episode has different prizes, games, guests, and so on, plus some bonus giveaways throughout the show, which we have some today. All right. So make sure you put hashtag LockBoss in the chat right now to enter the giveaway, because this week's prizes, we're going to select 2 LockBoss winners who will each get $200 credits each. So pretty excited about that. Let me go ahead and pull up the tracker. Oop. There we go. So far, we got 38 entries, which is pretty cool. So make sure you put that in there. And then, well, guess what? We're going to have a little bit of fun and select the winners. All right. Now, here in just a moment, I'm going to bring Wes from LockCaddy on, and we're going to be discussing some 2 new products, or kind of, well, 3, but I'm just going to say 2, 2.5. All right, 2.5 new products. So we're going to be going over those and having a little fun. So first and foremost, let's just go ahead and pop open the screen because, well, we're not wasting any time today. All right. And the first one up here we're going to be talking about in just a minute is the new LockCaddy Barge. So we're going to be talking about it. But if you want to win a LockCaddy Barge today, right now, make sure you also put in the hashtag Barge. All right. That's a hashtag for us slightly older folks. It looks like the pound sign, right? Within a BARGE. And once we pick the Lock Boss winners, we'll open up the Barge tracker and we will get them. So if you want to win this, if you think it's useful, our friend Wes over at LockCaddy is donating one of these. And this is the first tool that we're going to be talking about today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring Wes on. Wes, how are we doing?
Good, good. The Bears are winning, so that's even a plus here. So we're watching the Bears in football, so all things are good right now.
Oh, very nice. You know what? I totally forgot that there's another game on tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully the Bears will go good. So, Wes, you know, as we start talking about the Barge, I just want to go up here and I just kind of want to start the conversation with this here. So this is the flyer for the Barge. And as you can see, you kind of have an outfit here with a whole bunch of different items, right? And this Barge is meant to go on the workbench, and it's something that you should be using kind of like every day throughout your normal rekeying or repair work, whatever it might be.
Correct.
Awesome. So if you can first just kind of walk us through how did the Barge come to be?
Well, you know, in the last several years when I've done trade shows, a complaint from a lot of locksmiths was that, you know, when they're working in their truck or if they're working in their shop or whatever, they just can't keep all their tools together. And I figured, okay, so when we found a little break between making some of the newer LockCaddies, we thought that we would make this. And what I did was, if you look at the flyer, I put whatever locations would be necessary for a locksmith in his truck, if you will. And what I did was on the backside of the Barge, I put magnets. So they're top and bottom down here. And this would be so if your workbench in your truck was a metal top, this will hold it very good, so it won't slide around. And it also has, you know, the dimples here, so in case you want to connect them, you can connect them. And there's screw holes there, so if you want to screw it down to a wood bench, you can do that. So it's kind of meant to be secured somewhere, and it's really meant, probably the single most important thing is, you know, everybody uses a lubricant to give the, you know, the lock cylinder a squirt when he's done or whatever. So, you know, I put a location for a can of whatever you use. I also, even in my own work, I'm always dropping the little spray spout or whatever. So there's a location for that on the LockCaddy. So, you know, you always have one available. So also, it wouldn't be a LockCaddy if I didn't Oops, I'll do this. Put a location for tweezers. There's a location for 2 sets of tweezers. And if you look at the top of this, the large cavity is for giveaway key rings. Everybody has to, connect a couple of keys together. And if you have, instead of stealing key rings from other rings of keys or whatever, you can put yourself some, what do you call it? Some GAK4s, if I can use an HPC number or whatever. There's a location here for a key gauge or a leashy tool or a keypad or whatever, a key gauge. So everything here is really designed as, we made our brochure where you can put your go, no-go tool. You could put cut keys up in here. You can put followers up here. You can also put an HPC do not duplicate stamp here. Down over here is for cams. I even put a couple of slots for shim stock. So in case you need to shim open a cylinder, there's a location for shim stock for you, whatever. So it's very well made. Again, it's designed to take, a spray can of lubricant, the different slots you can design on, what's comfortable for you. And you can also put in giveaway key rings so that you don't have to go back to your shop or whatever location and get a handful, put them in your pocket type thing. So really, this is something that customers have asked for, and I said, okay, and again, this is 3D printed. I called it the barge because it kind of looks like a boat going down a canal or something, but it will cover things that you want to have. And again, it's the first time ever I've put a magnet on the back of these things so it won't slip out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Wes, so is what I did, okay, is I was like, all right, so I'm gonna just pretend, I'm just gonna grab the LockCaddy Barge, and it's a perfect timing because I just got done building this new studio here, and so I'm like, let me actually just take all the tools on my bench and see if I can get them to fit and how much space savings I would have, right? And so I would like to, let me move this out of the way here and let me present to everyone this. So as you can see, and I kind of want to go through a few things here. So first and foremost with the followers, like this is just our standard gold follower here. Of course, we got the one and the only mullet. We have the big bro right here. And I have a couple removal tools. Let me, there we go. The poker, I have a little scribe. You can see I do have some giveaway key rings in there. Got our key gauge. Got the brand new, actually, just now in stock, the brand new lifetime warranty Axiom entry pit gun. Pretty cool. And then just a bunch of a random assortment. I got some just setup keys. Here's a tension tool that Newhouse sent me. Tyler, what's up? Just a couple extra little things I had on my bench. And then now I normally use the large can of Houdini. Now the hole here for the large can of Houdini does not fit, but I'm like, there has to be some other really good uses. No, of course I could use a small can. A small can would fit, but I'm like, you know what? I don't know about all of you watching, and definitely let me know if you have kind of the same problem I have. But I tend to like having a lot of lock picks. I have this set, that set, the other one. And after a while, sometimes they can go quite a while if I'm not really into that one at the moment of just kind of really kind of losing it until I randomly find it. So I was like, you know what? For now, I'm just going to stick all of these random picks. I mean, I got HPC in here. I got some ProLock. I got some Southord. I mean, like, you name it. It's kind of just like all the random stuff. And I don't know, Wes, I don't know if you've ever been guilty of this, but sometimes a pick is like the perfect thing to get in there on a lock. Not like to pick it, but like to get a little pin, little clip, little whatever. And so having all of these in here is pretty cool.
Sure.
And oh, and lastly, okay, now these are not, let me do this at an angle here. These are not the LockCaddy tweezers, but these are 2 pairs of tweezers I had, and they did fit. Now they stick out the side. Like if you're going to put more LockCaddy things together, you're going to want to get for sure the LockCaddy pair, but these are just the standard TW and then the TZ1, and they definitely fit in here really good.
Good.
So it's pretty awesome. So no matter what tools you're using, you're going to find some good use out of this. And so, Wes, truly, I'm actually pretty impressed with all the stuff I could put in here. As you can tell, I can put more, right?
Yeah.
There's still room.
What I did was on the hole where you have all your picks, I went to Home Depot and I went to down the aisle where they have all the spray lubricants, WD-40, Super Lube, and all that kind of stuff. And I asked the guy, what size can do they sell the most of? And he said that the 2¼ inch can of all these different manufacturers is the most popular can size. So that's why I made that hole 2¼ inches. So, you know, a medium size of WD-40, Super Lube, you know, if you use the Medico stuff or whatever, that's what that hole is designed. Now, sure, everybody could say, yeah, I use a much larger diameter can. You know, then the point is, where do you stop?
Sure.
You make it, you know, a ½ gallon or something or whatever. So,
yeah.
But, you know, the 2¼ if, you know, if that's what you use, that's what that hole is designed to take.
Yep, absolutely. And if you don't, like I use something else, there's still plenty of room, you know, to put other stuff in here. So this was like 3 abandoned pick cases that I have, you know, where it's like, I've taken a couple picks out and then taken a couple picks out of a couple other ones. And then these other ones have just been sitting in the toolbox. And this is just like all my abandons have now found a nice little place here, which is pretty cool.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm liking it. What I'm curious, everyone who's watching on live, what are you thinking? Make sure if you want to win one of these, okay, if you want to win a LockCaddy Barge, make sure you put in the hashtag Barge. All right. BARGE, and you can win it. So keep that in mind here. We'll announce it. We'll announce the winner after we announce the 2 Lock Boss winners tonight. Well, cool. Any closing thoughts on the LockCaddy Barge here before we go ahead and hop onto something new? And I see a question we got to get to. It's an important one too.
If somebody has something that they use in their truck or in their shop just for like everyday rekeying of, you know, cylinders and stuff, a certain tool or, you know,
almost
sorry,
almost fits the topo.
Almost. You know, maybe we can come out with a barge too, and it can be pretty large for that to take that bottle. But, yeah, I mean, it's well made. If you try one out, you know, it's almost like a barge. It's like a hockey puck. It will take a lot of abuse. So I'm going to move this out of the way.
Awesome. Very good. So yeah, so hey, if you guys want to win one of these, make sure you put in hashtag Barge. We'll announce the winner here in just a little bit. I mean, you know, Wes, I think you might be a little lucky that the topo didn't fit in there, because if it did, I'd be wanting to call it the Topo Chico Barge, and that might be confusing to people. But all right. Anyway, so
do that. If I come out with a barge too, I'll call it a Topo Barge.
The Topo Barge. That's good. That's good. Now, something I want to do really quick, everybody, is just take a look at this really quick. So that's the LockCaddy Barge. Put in the hashtag Barge to win. We'll announce the winner here in just a few minutes. And of course, make sure you put in the hashtag LockBoss, because 2 people here in just a few minutes are going to be winning. 2 people are going to get $200 credits each. All right. Now let's go on to the next tool that we're going to be talking about today. And that is the new LockCaddy Mega Tray SFIC. Now, we're going to be deep diving into this here in just a moment. But if you work with SFIC cores and you think that this can benefit you, also known as save your pockets from loading them up full of cores, then enter the hashtag MEGA, MEGA. And here in just a little bit, Wes is so kind, he's going to be giving away a Mega Tray for SFIC. So go ahead and put that in the comments here. And is what we'll do is after we do the Lock Boss winner, and then we'll do the Barge winner, we're then going to announce the Mega winner. All right. So look how cool that is. And let me go ahead and switch this over here. All right. So Wes, if you want to kind of walk us through, same thing here. Here is your the flyer for it, kind of going over the tray. What made you come up with the idea? And then if you can kind of walk us through the features, please.
Sure. Again, I like to listen to the people that buy my product and use my product. And, the times that I've been working at your booth at different trade shows, I listen to people that use certain products, certain tools, certain jobs that, get kind of large, if you will. So I decided to make a tray where for the first offering is for small format best. Okay. And what you want to see is here, let me see if I can get it. Each individual location is done in a way that it gets caught or trapped in that location. And there's 30 on this side and 30 on this side. And then there's 5 up the center. Okay. On the sides of the tray, I'll go this way. Everybody, when they're in different locations, they'll always run out of the drivers. There's different drivers that you can use for between arrow or best or whatever Schlage, type locks. So this will hold 65 cores. You can set it up by individual jobs on each individual floor. And also everybody is pretty much aware, if you do small format, of this tool that allows you to to screw in a housing, and then there's the holes for the driver bars. And what I have done is I have put a hole in there in the tray to hold that tool. Okay, so again, I've designed it so that there are keys up here. We have our red cat key that will allow you to also align the driver bars, but this will do small format and large format housings. So this is all designed for a locksmith to load this up in a large situation. Now, frankly, I'm going to take this off here for a quick second. Okay, it would not be a LockCaddy tool if you could not stack them. Okay, all of my LockCaddies can be stacked, whether you're for storage reasons or if you have multiple floors that you need to go to, you can stack them on top of each other. what I do want to take a quick second, which I'm kind of proud of. Okay, so what I have also made is a cover. Okay, so if you are going between floors, going on an elevator, or going over a threshold where things might get a little bumpy for you, or from your truck over a curb on a sidewalk type of a thing. So I created a cover for the small format. Okay, now I will be offering custom engraving for CLK Supply, that if you want to buy a certain amount for your shop or whatever, and you want your company logo to be here or whatever, it's just a real nice touch if you're with your customer to show that. But again, this is for covering if you have 60 cores. I also put some nice grips on the side so that when you're picking it up, it's not, you know, sliding around. Okay, so this is again a LockCaddy product, brand new. I did just approve the making of a large format, you know, core, which again the holes would be, you know, the slots would be different sizes or whatever. We'll see that in 4 or 5 weeks. And also, not to let the cat out of the bag, I've also approved a conventional mega tray that will take mortise cylinders, rim cylinders, and key and knob cylinders. Okay, so again, you know, it would not be a LockCaddy product if we could not easily stack them and do the job. And again, here is that tool in case, you know, if you're pushing a cart around between doors, you can have that tool ready just to screw in the housing. You'll have locations for drivers and different tail pieces and different cams, and you know, you'll have places for a control key or master key or user key, so you can sit there and not have to go back and forth to your truck for different products, different tools. So we're going to be giving one to CLK to be raffled off or given off, whatever. So
yep, which we do heard a little bit. If you work with SFIC and want to win it, just put in hashtag MEGA, MEGA. All right, so Wes, same thing with this one is what I did here. So here's the tray that I'm just going to take off for now and just set it aside. And I want to give everyone kind of like a real look into what this looks like here. So what I did, just so you can see, here are 10 6-pin cores right here. And this, what keyway is this? K is in kilo we got sitting in here. And so this is kind of what it looks like, what you can expect, how they move, how they don't move. And then here are the 7-pin cores, which are, these ones don't have it in the back. I don't know what they're. A, looks like A to me. But you can see what those look like. So you can see there's a little wiggle room here for the 7-pin or the 6-pin. The 7-pin are pretty locked in, and they do sit at one way or another. So you can move them over. Now they're angled this way, and that sort of thing. So it looks like the one at the corner there. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. Notice I am interested in something though. Like right here, you do have a few that face up, right? And you can put it in there like that. Can you stamp in this position, or is it bad for the unit? Like, walk me through that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look down inside that cavity, the hole at the bottom is 2 levels.
Yep.
Okay, so because if you look at the back of the core itself is not flat. There's 2 levels. There's the barrel sticking a little bit further past than the top figure 8 portion. So yeah, again, you know, I'm not going to tell you to use a 50-pound hammer to do it. You're going to ruin the face of the core. But yeah, if you need to do some stamping or change, you know, instead of AA, you can make it 1AA or 2AA or whatever. So I just made that way. But, I try to load things up. If there's space, I'm going to utilize it. So that's why I added 6 more cores or 5 more cores in the center line there.
Okay, so this was like not necessarily made to be here for stamping, but just like a room to put 5 extra.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure on that. So, and of course you can see right over here, you can see the spots for tail pieces, for your cat turner. You can put some keys in here, and it's the same thing on the other side as well. Got some spots for some tail pieces, your tailpiece turner, and then some room for some keys if you so desire. And of course, got the lid you can put on here, nice and snug. So let's see. Oops. Well, let's put that in there. All right. So how does that sit? I want to like to show the camera if I can gently. So there's still a little bit of space in there. I don't know if I can get too crazy with it, Wes. But anyways, yeah. So that's it, Wes. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Excited. Now, we did see some comments, people talking about the LFIC and the key and knob style. I don't have any cylinders handy, or I would just try to show people what they look like in there. But are you thinking that they won't fit, like only get this tray if you are working with SFIC?
Well, the LFIC tray and the conventional tray will mirror image the small format as far as it will stack on top of each other. The same cover works on it. Everything is exactly the same. So if you have a university or college that you're doing where one building is small format and the next building is conventional or something or whatever, you could stack them on top of each other, and you don't have to have separate covers. One cover fits everything. So again, that will probably be out 4 or 5 weeks by the time we go through quality control to make sure that we're making it. And we'll come out with you, PJ, and we can do 4.6 or something or whatever, and kind of do that an online thing.
Okay. Very cool. Well, yeah, Wes, some cool new products you got coming out with. Really useful. And, I think the overwhelming feedback from the very beginning, of the LockCaddy products is a lot of people really enjoy them and find a lot of use out of them. So pretty cool to see these new products come out. So yeah, Wes, so do you want to hang around while we give everything away, or would you like to? I know we got that Bears game going on in the background, but by the way, who's winning right now?
Bears.
All right. Oh man, that's good. I do see one question I'll answer really quick, which is, so the SFIC tray and the cover are sold separately. So if you buy the tray and you get it, you're going to get the tray and not the cover. You have to buy the tray and the cover if you want both. So, all right, very cool. So let's go ahead and here we go. All right, so we got the Barge, and now we got the Mega Tray. Make sure you put those hashtags in, and then that way you can hopefully win here in just a few minutes. So, of course, here in just a few moments, we're going to be announcing the 2 hashtag LockBoss winners, and they'll each get $200 credits. Then we're going to announce the Barge winner, and then we're going to announce the SFIC. Now, of course, if you just showed up and you don't really know what we're talking about, really quick recap, which is this is how LockBoss Season 4 works. Each week's a new episode, 4.1, 4.2. Drop a hashtag LockBoss in the chat during this live show to enter. The winners will be picked live at the end using the hashtag picker. Every episode is going to be different. And we're going to be doing bonus giveaways like we're going to be doing here in just a few moments. All right. Now, if you win, this is important. This is important. Even if you win the hashtag LockBoss, or you're going to win the hashtag Mega or the hashtag Barge, all right, you're going to want to email sales@clksupplies.com, and we will give you the coupon codes for this, okay, which are going to, for the Barge and the SFIC tray, Mega Tray, you're going to be getting, there'll be free shipping and everything, okay? So we'll be giving you the codes here, and we'll be getting it done. With that being said, I think it is time to pick the winners here. Let me go ahead and open this up here. All right, we have 65 entries right now. Let me go over and we're going to pick the 2 winners in just a second. So I'll give you one more quick moment to do this. All right, one quick moment, and let's go and announce the winners. Okay, LockBoss $200 winner number 1. Are you ready for this? Here we go. Here we go. Who is it going to be? All right, Robert Thompson, 4965. Congratulations. Very cool. Man, I love the confetti in the background too, by the way. All right, here we go. Winner number 2. Are we ready for this? Here we go. Let's see who winner number 2 is. All right, Fred Flintstoner. Very nice. Congratulations to both of you. Make sure you send that in here now. All right, so all right, hang on here one second. I need to change the screen, and we will go to the Barge winner. All right. Let's get in here. All right. Come on, put the hashtag Barge in there. Let me share the screen. If you haven't put hashtag Barge in, make sure you do it. Go ahead and put it in there. Let's see. Oops. I'll put that in there. All right. Yep. Let's get it up there. Not too many entries at the moment. Let me see here. Let's get, yeah, go and put that Barge in there. Come on. Get Barge put in there, and then let me share that screen. All right. Looks like people are still putting them in there. Here, we'll give it a minute, and then someone is going to be winning the Barge here. Up, yeah, it's climbing quick. Let me get this put back up here. All right, take a look at this. You're gonna be now. You're not gonna be winning all my stuff in here. It's actually my stuff, but you'll be winning the actual Barge here in just a few minutes. All right. All right. Here we go. All right, are we ready? Let's pull it back up on screen. And are we ready for a winner? Looks like we got about 25, 26. Man, looks like a lot of people are still putting it in here. Let's give it a second. Let's give it a second here. All right, let's go ahead and everybody go ahead and get it in. And we'll announce it here, okay? Go ahead and let's get it in here. All right. All right. About everybody who can use a Barge, just going to get it put in there, and we'll announce it here in just a second. All right, man. I feel bad. There's so many people putting them in. I don't want to announce until everyone who's watching. If you're watching and you want to win, just go and put a hashtag Barge in there. Now, remember, there's only 1 entry per person. So if you're not sure if maybe you're included, I mean, I don't like, this is a random tracker. Just put hashtag Barge in there again. All right. We'll do the other one in a second. I do see, just for the record, okay, I'm looking in the chats and I do see some typos. Okay, we don't want those. Typos in this situation are not good. But all right, well, hey, all right, I think we waited long enough here for the winner of the barge. Let's take it over here and let's announce the winner of the barge. Here we go. Here we go. We got 33 entries and 34. All right. Got stuck there at all right. All right. Are we ready to win the barge? Let's do it. 10 more seconds here. All right. All right. That's about 10 seconds. Here we go. Who's winning a free barge from LockCaddy? Here we go. Who's winning? All right. Kukita9, congratulations on winning the barge. So make sure you contact us at sales@clksupplies.com. All right. Let me go ahead now, and I need to switch my screen over one last time to our friends over at the Mega, which there is a lot of entries on here. Oh, yeah, I like it. All right, let's go. Let's see here. Man, Julio, I could really use your help if you wouldn't mind. But all right, here we go. We got 58 entries in for the Mega here. So pretty exciting. And let's see, there we go. All right, so I'll just give you a few more minutes if you want to win the Mega Tray. Okay, I'm going to move this one out of the way here. And just dropped the tension tool. I'll pick that up in a minute. So if you want to win the Mega Tray, now is your time going to get that entered in there. Now, every time you put hashtag Mega or any hashtag with the random tracker, you can only actually get entered in to win one time. So if you do it more than once, it doesn't increase your odds. But if you do it more than once, you can definitely make sure that you are entered for whatever reason, especially if you had a typo, okay? Especially if you had a typo. All right, here we go. About 10 seconds. Let's announce the winner of the LockCaddy SFIC Mega SFIC tray. Here we go. Here we go. Looks like. All right. All right. And for those doing the capitalization or they're asking about it, I would do the tag exactly the way we describe. I don't know. We need to test and see, but it should be how we have it listed here is hashtag capital MEGA. So just make sure you do it like that. And I'm guessing any hashtag. I don't think capitalization matters. I need to test it though. All right. Uh-oh. I'm seeing some of you guys think you're funny, don't you? All right. Well, hey, with that being said, it is time to pick the last winner of the night for the LockCaddy Mega Tray. All right. Here we go. Are we ready? And the winner is, let's find out. Keith Moore. Congrats, Keith. Very cool. Congratulations, Keith. So make sure you send us an email to sales@CLK Supplies. And of course, we'll hook you up with the code where you can order that 100% free. So how about that? Well, really cool, Keith. Wes, thanks for being on. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for also hooking 2 people up today with one each of your new products there. So really appreciate that.
I'm glad. I'm very happy. Hope they enjoy using our tools.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you'll be seeing the barge I have sitting right back, I think about there here as soon as we're done. So yeah, good stuff.
Great.
All right. Well, Wes, have a good evening. Good luck to the Bears. All right. And I'm sure we'll be talking soon. Have a good one.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, we'll see you. All right, everybody. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thanks for Wes for being here and everybody else. Now remember, okay? Now remember, if you're watching, you're welcome. You want to hang out in the after party in our friend Jimmy J's Discord. If you're watching, you're welcome. You can head on over and hang out. I will be over there here in just a little bit, along with a bunch of other people. And if you're watching, you're welcome. You want to hang out, and it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun. But anyways, that concludes Lock Boss Season 4.1. A lot of fun, a lot of good winners, and looking forward to being back next week with another guest. So, all right, everybody, y'all take care. And I don't know, Julio, so far on Lock Boss season, looking in the chat here, in Lock Boss season 4 has been a little absent. I don't know if is that good or bad. I don't know. I'll let you decide. But anyways, all right, everybody. Well, hey, take care. And of course, we'll see you either in the videos on Discord in the after party, or worst case next week. All right. Y'all take care. We'll see you.